How the MNCs work, which is also what we call the corporates or these very big companies and everybody. I've worked a lot in corporate for many years. I worked in a bank, and prior to that, I worked with another bank. And I have a lot of work experience, and I have worked with. I've seen the corporate life, and I can tell you the kind of salaries that people are paid, it's not justified. The world is not moving as as well as it should move, and I just truly believe that our school systems curriculum in the schools should change and be moderated for something, first for people to build a certain personality integrity before they start working, and some basic common sense. So today I'm just going to tell you about one of my experiences of how the MNCs or corporate world is working. you know uh, some years back, I used to stay in a city, and very close to where I was staying, there was a La Senza store. Now, if you don't know what is La Senza, it is a brand or a company that is known for its undergarments. So I happened to try buying and wearing their panties, and I'll tell you, it's just great material, very nicely built panties that they have. At this point, some of you may, I don't know how, some of you may feel offended listening or talking about panties. So if you are not comfortable talking or listening about it, then it's okay to just switch off and probably, move away. So I'm just going to talk about this whole La Senza panty business and overall how businesses are working, and something as simple as undergarments also they don't understand. See, there are a lot of things to worry about in this world. Grocery, how expensive is the grocery, how somebody is not well, or how less there are doctors, or how much medicine someone needs, or how the economy is not working, or how there are so many poor people. So, there are truckloads of issues a person can talk about. And maybe talking about a panty and a whole line of panties not in the most top priority, but I would like to share this experience. So anyhow, so I happened to, once try out. I bought some panties from La Senza. It's a very big brand. It was a very big brand then, still is. And I remember I paid roughly about 1100, almost about 1100 is how much? Maybe about $20. $20 is 10 or $15. That's what it comes down to. Is That's what I paid for one panty then. So I paid about 1000 or 1100 for one panty, and if it was a discounted price, I got it for 900. So, but if you wear those panties, you just feel it. It was amazing feeling, as if you could breathe, and it was just a great material. They use a material called modal, and or maybe it's called modal. So this ultra soft modal material is just great for a panty line. So I remember purchasing and buying these panties over the years, and my experience stayed the same. And the panties are long lasting; they just don't go bad. You can just wear them for easily for a year or two, or maybe at least a year, and they're just good. Nothing happens to them. There's hardly any wear or tear on them. So now, after using those panties for the longest time, about 2 3 years back, I wanted to order, not 2 3 years back, I think about a year back, I think last year or a year and a half back, I wanted to purchase these La Senza panties, and I happened to go online because I couldn't find a single store in any mall or any store or a shop which is selling these panties. So I went to their online website, and I tried to order the panties. And you will not believe the shocker I went through. A single panty was priced at 2,50,000 or about 1,000 USD or 1,500 USD, 3,000 USD. One panty is just underwear, and it was priced at 2,50,000. And I kept going through the whole website. I didn't know what to make of it because it just kept saying 2,50,000 for one panty. And strangely, it said one panty was priced at 2,50,000 and they were selling five panties for 5,000. It made no sense, that you're selling five panties for $40 or $30 and you're selling one panty for about 3,000 USD for one panty. But if you buy five panties, then you get it for $40. This is a multinational company. This is a very big corporation or a corporate at work here. And just to understand what has happened to La Senza, I just saw that La Senza got sold off to some company, which then sold it to Victoria's Secret. Then Victoria's Secret sold it to someone else, and then came in some angel fund or some, I don't know what investor walked in, and this is the pricing they have set. If you just look at the pricing, you would think they're on drugs or somebody is just sleepwalking through their job. How do you price one panty for 2,50,000 and five panties for 5,000? Somebody will say if you used to buy it for 1,100 one panty, and if you're getting five for 5,000, then purchase it. See, that is not the problem. Problem is, let's say I buy their pack of five panties for 5,000. What if I make the payment and then they call and tell me you have to pay additional 2,40,000 for every other panty because one panty is for 2,50,000. My 5,000 will be gone. And they're not selling a horse on the website. They're selling a panty. Can this be a justified price for a undergarment? So now I will show you today what is the, as of today when I check the website, this is how the panties are priced. With this, I'm going to be talking about corporate life and what I experienced working in corporate life and how people are working casually and they're not even bothered about correcting some basics, what they're putting on the website. Somebody would say this is probably a mistake. A mistake doesn't go on for 1 year, 2 years. I saw the same thing last year. It's just that now the panties are priced at 1,25,000. Last year one panty was priced at 2,50,000. And the if you buy five, then you get it for 5,000. That thing stays even today. I have no clue what they are doing. World over, I want salaries to come down and nobody should get paid more than a certain median salary, and profits world over should be limited or there should be a ceiling fixed that you can't make more profit than this. This is nothing but somebody trying to make very quick profits, And because corporates or some multinationals or some companies can make profits as high as 40%, 50%, 500%, 1000%, they're just charging whatever they like. I spiritually hold very huge titles, and it's matter of time. I would want things to fall in place in a certain order. And the first and foremost thing I'm going after is pairing the paycheck. I don't want people just because you passed out from some very good B school or some very great Ivy League or this and that, but without common sense to be running businesses and squeezing or extracting these kind of profits. And this is not just about La Senza. World over, I want profits to be trimmed and a ceiling to be set that you can't make more profit than this. That's it. And no matter where you pass out from, you cannot have more salary than this. Everybody in this world needs to have a decent paycheck to take home. To know who I am, you can check the links and watch the vlogs in the description box.